Hi everyone, welcome to the Arbiters stream, episode 26, where we will be looking at the World Rapid and Blitz Chess Championship 2022. 5 incidents brought to you by international arbiter Pozomos Gerontopoulos from Thessaloniki and FIDE arbiter Mark Bryan.
Nice to meet you for another episode. Πρόδρομος Γεροντόπουλος here from Thessaloniki, Greece. Social worker, national lecturer for arbiters. So, Mark, thank you for introducing the new 26th episode. So, take your speech in order to explain and to analyze the specific episode. Here you are. Thank you.
So, we will look at 5 specific incidents that have occurred at the World Rapid and Blitz and together I would say amassed more than 1 million views altogether, where there was a discussion uh, there was a discussion on about the incident, if the arbiters dealt it correctly, about the players' attitudes, all of this. So we will be analyzing it one by one. So we are
Yes.
looking at the first incident. Just to make sure I'm not making any mistake, this was between this was played at the World Blitz. So in this game, Black made an illegal move,
Yes.
and here you can see the arbiter. The arbiter is adjusting the clock and adding 2 minutes to the opponent's time. And so then the game starts,
Yes.
and at this point we see they start playing. The game starts, and the player loses on time.
Yes.
But because the arbiter did not start the clock, the players were requested to come back and had to restart the game. And so at this point, the arbiter restarts the clock, and we see the player playing with 2 hands. And the white player with the white pieces claims a victory because of this second infraction. The problem is, though, the both infractions occur during the same move, and when it occurs during the same move, you may not punish the player with a loss of the game. So the player will only be warned, because playing with 2 hands is considered an illegal move, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, Marquis?
Yes, it's an illegal move to play with both hands.
Yes, so the game starts again with the player playing with 1 hand, and of course the player
Yes.
does not manage to make his move and press the clock.
Article
So
4, 4.1, 4.1. Each move must be played with only one hand only.
yes, so and the player wins a game on time,
Yes.
as a player did not have the necessary time to play his move. So this was the first incident.
Also, in order to explain the article, it's 4.3.1, one or more of his her own pieces. He must move the first piece touched that can be moved.
Yeah. And then we'll go now to the second incident. And the
Yes.
second incident is here, and it focuses mainly on the player with the white pieces claiming that due to shouting of the opponents, of not of the opponent, of the other players in the venue, he could not play his move and lost on time.
Yes.
And the arbiter decided the arbiters decided to uh, re give the player some moves, some time. So here you can see where the player has to continue, where the player is told to be that the game will continue despite white's clock going to zero because of the noise disturbance. The player was reimbursed with some time on the clock. Again, this is allowed according to the laws of chess. If there's noise, if noise is brought into the venue, you may add additional time to the players. Yes.
Yes, of course.
So this is what happened here, and the game had to continue. Do you want to cover the next one?
Yes, why not? Let's see the first. But I have to share the link about.
No, you cannot see my
It has to
screen.
do with the dress code.
Yes, dress code. Yes.
Yes, there is, according to FIDE laws of chess and to European Chess Union also, there is a dress code in international competitions. So here, as we see Nepo with a Messi T-shirt, that's not allowed to the specific competition.
Yes, players have to wear, I think, formal.
Just to find the article in order to explain to the audience
Yes, let's find it.
about the role of the player, the conduct of the players. Yes.
Yeah, and in big official events, there's a dress code, and
Yes.
the dress code is mainly to do, I think, with the visual aspect of the game
Yes.
and for sponsorship.
And here is the role of the arbiter, the 12.9 warning, and etc. Also, there
Here,
are dress code
so
regulations
let me just put the dress code.
and formal dress code for men need shirt and formal suit. Dress code for women need shirt, blouse, or formal suit with slacks and skirt or dress, please. Also, no players with t-shirt, jeans, shorts, sneakers, baseball caps, or inappropriate dress are allowed in the playing venue. According to the announcement, we would also like to inform you of the following clarification to the dress code prepared with the consent of the chief arbiter. Knit shirts may be long sleeve and short sleeve. Polo shirts are not allowed. Players have the right to play without wearing a jacket and also to come without a jacket. In other requirements of the knit shirt, dress code, trousers, and appropriate shoes are respected. Also,
Yeah, this is a very important that players.
also there are regulations for FIDE candidates tournament.
Yep.
It has to do with the competition. Article 12.
But this is normal. I mean, for a top tournament, you do
Yes.
expect a dress code. So then we have our fourth.
Yes.
So the players were warned that if they continue that they have to either change or they will not be allowed to continue the event. So here, in this here, we have the player claiming for a 3-fold repetition.
Yes.
And once the player realizes that it's not more 3-fold repetition, the player claims for a 5-fold, not 5-fold, sorry, for 50 move draw rule, but you cannot change your claim during the move. So the player, so time was added to the opponent's clock as need be, and the game continues.
Yes.
So here you see the player now do, but while the game was being played, the arbiters were checking, and here they saw that the game was close to the 75 draw move, and when the game when the player resigned with the black pieces, but as the game had a 75 move, as the 75 move were crossed, the arbiters are allowed to turn the game into a draw because that automatically draws the game.
Yes.
So yes, something very, very, very important. Games can be overturned. Results can be overturned if the game had been completed before. And then we have the last case
Yes.
where at this moment, because of this end game, it's very difficult to win within the 50 move draw rule.
Yes.
The white player, the black player with the black pieces requests how many moves has been played until now. Now
It's a wrong claim, this one.
this information is not the players may not request this information.
No. Only to make a claim, but it's a illegal claim, let's say.
So the player needs to claim a draw.
Yes. To claim for a draw, not to ask about the moves.
Okay. So here then the player continues playing, and again here the player claims for a draw
Yes.
due to the 50 move draw rule. And I think here the claim was accepted. Yep. So what does this show us in this? What did we learn from this
Also
points?
here, Article 9.5.3, if the claim is found to be incorrect, the arbiters allowed 2 minutes to the opponent's remaining thinking
Time.
time.
Yeah. So as you can see in Blitz and rapid events,
Yes.
it is very important to always for the arbiter to always be present, to try to watch the game as much as they can,
Yes.
and also if noise occurs in the playing hall, players may be compensated for that. For example, if the church bells ring during a tournament,
Yes.
players may get time back for that because of the disturbance.
Yes.
Yes, and
Also, if there is no electricity, the players should stay on the boards
yes,
and stop the
the
clocks.
players
Yes.
will be given time back. Yes, and we also have here. We need to make sure that we know all tournament regulations to avoid getting into trouble for not having the necessary dress code.
Yes.
Although I think maybe this was maybe a statement or just the player forgot. Yeah. So yeah. Any questions?
Yes, is there any question from the audience?
We have a question. There was a question. What happens if a player during the game tells the opponent, "Why did you play this move and not this move that wins the game?"
If he's a viewer, what?
No, the opponent tells the player, "Why didn't you play this move? This move just wins. What you played now loses the game."
No, it's not allowed to.
What's the punishment for such a behavior?
Warning, 12.9 for the first time.
So the player gets a warning. Does this mean that in the next time, if the player does it, he loses the game, or
Or to add 2 minutes. The
okay?
next.
What about if this happens in another game in the same tournament, in another game, the same attitude?
Then the next one to add 2 minutes.
You don't give him a warning because you already warned him in a previous game
In the previous game, yes,
because it's behavior. Yes,
yes,
if it was illegal move, it doesn't count in another game
yes.
because it's behavior. You already warned the player. What about eating on the board, which is prohibited
No,
by the
no, it's not
laws of
allowed.
chess?
Only drinks. Only drinks. Let's say juices, water, coffee. No.
So if a player who eats chocolate at the board, the player may be punished by a warning?
By warning, yes. This is what we use here. You can eat chocolate, but not on the board. To stand up and near the board to eat. Not to go out to the venue.
Okay, so players may be given a warning for eating at the board.
Yes. This is also when I was chief arbiter. I mentioned that on the technical meeting. On the board, you are allowed for the players to have only juices, water, liquid,
Very good.
not something to eat. Otherwise, it will be a tavern.
In Greece and Cyprus, we would do
Think about
mezedes.
all the players to eat on the board.
Θα
If you
κάνουμε
have a tournament
mezedes.
with 100 or 200 participants,
Ναι, ναι,
and all together to eat something.
we can do mezedes μετά.
Yes.
Okay, so any other questions we have from anybody? Here's a question. My opponent stops writing the moves. What happens?
It has the additional time
Yes.
or not.
Yes, 30 seconds increment. The player gets a warning and is requested to write the moves, yes?
Yes. It is mandatory to write the game because they have additional time.
Yes, so the player has to on their own time write the score sheet up to date.
Yes.
And if they continue to not write, then we penalize them again by Article 12.9, yes?
Yes.
And if they continue, they lose the game.
Of course.
This is very important. So players
Yes.
must write the moves.
The conduct of the moves, it's mandatory during the game because we have additional time.
Yep. Okay, there's no more questions.
Okay.
Do we have anything else?
No, I don't think so. Maybe in a future episode to make this with a PowerPoint presentation with some more pictures,
Yes, we
and
will
to
have it
write
more
also
pictures.
the articles to be
Yes,
appeared
we'll
to the
present it with
audience.
articles there.
Yes, so I can. So I promise to the audience for the next time to do that.
Yep. So
Maybe
here we
to
presented the five major incidents that occurred and our opinion on the actions taken on the
yes,
event and on what basis were the arbiters' decisions done.
yeah, yes. Maybe with do with more pictures and fidelawsofchess. They are the specific articles.
Yeah. Thank you everyone for watching.
Thanks for watching and for the support
So yes,
from me and Mark. Move on chess and arbiter social chess. Until next Wednesday night.
next Wednesday, what will be our topic?
Maybe we'll have the same topic with the PowerPoint presentations. Maybe.
Uh,
Why not? Or something else.
do we want to do electronic score sheets?
Yes, it's also important.
The electronic, yes, but then we need to stream from the iPad. How it looks on the iPad.
Yes.
I don't have an iPad. Do you have an iPad?
No, no. Recently, no.
Okay, we promise to stream at some point how an electronic score sheet works for an event. We will need to set it all up for that stream to work.
Yes.
Okay then. If you have any questions, please message us so that we can focus on a certain topic which you are interested in. Thank you.
Yes, of course.
Good night.
Good night.